what is that one thing that differentiates between two kind of students? I always used to ensure that before I proceed with my exam preparation, I spend like 2-3 hours to make strategy. There are a lot of people who are not following the right approach. He was not doing Pareto analysis. If there would have been like one single point of contact, if there would have been someone who can support you from end to end, ki like this is something you should do after 2 months or maybe like after 2 weeks, then it would have been quite easier for everyone. Hello friends, before we proceed within this video, I want to ask you a question. What is that one thing that differentiates between two kind of students, two kind of people? One who is putting in a lot of efforts but not getting the desired results, versus the one who is also putting in the same amount of efforts but getting the desired results. For me, the answer is following the right strategy. Doesn't matter that you are working day and night, but if you are not following the right kind of approach, then the results would not be as desired. If input is the same, output would always be the same. When I was preparing for my CA and even before that during my academics, I always used to ensure that before I proceed with my exam preparation, I spend like 2-3 hours to make strategy. In this strategy, I would cover 3-4 things, the resources that I'm gonna refer, the timelines, कितने time में कौन से subject का कौन सा chapter complete करना है, and third was mock test. मुझे पेपर्स कब लिखने हैं, मॉक टेस्ट कब देने हैं, सो दैट आई गेट टू नो अबाउट वेयर डू आई स्टैंड. बट ड्यूरिंग दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस, so for example, I had a companion, my brother and me, we used to study together. So हम एक दूसरे को help कर देते थे and we, of course, like we all of us have access to a lot of open resources as well. तो लोगों का analysis देख लिया कि क्या important है, क्या नहीं है. But still, like there are a lot of people who are not following the right approach, or maybe they are not spending enough time to follow the right approach. And reason for the same may be like they don't have the right person to guide, they are not able to understand the right things out of like the lot of open resources. अगर आप 2-3 वीडियोस खोलोगे तो मे बी वो 2-3 वीडियोस में कौन कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं वो ही अलग होंगे. लाइक 3 लोग अलग अलग बातें कर रहे हैं कि उनके लिए ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनके लिए ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड लाइक एज अ स्टूडेंट we get confused and we are not able to exercise our judgment कि हाँ this is right, ये सबसे ठीक लग रहा है. Recently someone called me that I am doing everything whatever I can but I am not able to clear my CA inter since last 3 years. I asked him about his strategy and I got to know that he was not following the right approach. So he was not doing Pareto analysis. He was putting in equal efforts to every chapter while every chapter is not equally important. You should know about every concept, but when it comes to exam preparation, you have to prioritize because time is limited. B, he was not practicing mock test papers. And that's why during the exams, he was not able to recall, or he used to get anxious that, okay, what do I write? He was not able to present answers properly. So these were the 2 mistakes that he was committing, and I asked him like there are a lot of resources that you can refer to make your strategy, why aren't you doing that? So then he told me that he gets confused, like there are a lot of videos, he doesn't know what is right, what is wrong, etc. And that's where I just felt that if there would have been like one single point of contact, if there would have been someone who can support you from end to end, ki like this is something you should do now, this is something you should do after 2 months or maybe like after 2 weeks, then it would have been quite easier for everyone. So like 2 days back only I got to know about this program called AIR Mentorship Program, which is launched by an academy. It's a 2-month dedicated program. This program offers 4 things. A, daily task list. आपको daily क्या क्या करना है जो हम decide नहीं कर पाते हैं and we get lost. They'll guide you on that. B, they will push you on conceptual clarity. C, daily practice papers कैसे solve करने हैं and timely कब solve करने हैं so that you get to know about your strengths and weaknesses. And 4th is personalized feedback. What has worked for others might not really work for you, right? If you want to know more about this program, you can click on the link given in the description and register for a free webinar. When I was going through this entire journey and I was thinking about this mentorship thing, I realized one thing. Like I used to watch rankers videos and सबका अलग अलग strategy होता था. but I never followed even a single strategy from end to end. I took the best things out of them because it's as simple as they had different strengths and weaknesses. I had my own. So if there are a few things जो उनके लिए नहीं काम किए, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो मेरे लिए भी काम नहीं करेंगे. For example, I have never made notes in my life, but still it worked for me because I am a different person. I don't like reading from notes, but it is very effective for others, right? So that's what happens, right? अगर आप open resources से बहुत ज़्यादा strategies बनाने की कोशिश करते हो and you don't apply your own judgment, then you end up doing mistakes. You end up thinking that किसी और के लिए वो चल गया तो मेरे लिए भी चल जाएगा. But if you have a mentorship program, then someone is guiding you after understanding your strengths and weakness. And like, it's a very personalized approach. And that is something I really like about any kind of mentorship. And now in India, like, there are a lot of platforms wherein you can get one-on-one mentorship. The personalized thing, like following the right strategy as per your own convenience, is something that now you can get basis the resources available around you. Always remember that 5 things done right would always be more effective than 10 things done wrong. If you like the video, let me know in the comments and I'll see you in my next video. See you. Bye-bye.